Hello, guys. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Learning with me. So today we are gonna learn the same free code camp. Sorry, I have taken quite a long time to come back. So actually, I myself forgot what module we were in. Just a minute. Um, the school, the free code has logged out. Okay, that's fine. Okay, we're building a quiz page at last. Yeah, actually, we were building a quiz page. Let me share my screen. Okay. For the norms, let me continue from the beginning so that it would be easy for me to grasp as well as. So okay, as usual. So let me guess what are the elements that go in here. So there is a div element for sure. It has a height and the width of 100% height, maybe 5 to 6 pixel. There is a free code camp image element that is being set here. Then I have centered aligned HTML slash CSS quiz, which is a header element, and then info HTML CSS. These things I don't know. Maybe what do we say? Uh, Elements, but with the equal spacing there. I don't know how they have done it. Then there is a student info H1 or H2 again. Then there is a HR element or what? Yeah, maybe a HR element, I guess. Now we have name. There's some text. Okay. Then email font, date of birth. Okay, date, month, year with the calendar. Okay, that's something we need to learn. HTML again. Okay, which is bold in font. Maybe the weight is added, or is it heading the same? Oh yeah, all caps maybe. Question one, true or false? Radio buttons, CSS, select an options. Okay, cool. Send. Yeah, there is a footer element again. Div element inside that. There is some maybe some paragraph elements or justified. Mm, yeah, here you have text area. There's a bit button. Okay, welcome to the first part of the accessibility quiz. As you are becoming a seasoned HTML and CSS development, you have started you off with a basic boilerplate. Okay, start the accessibility journey by providing a language to it. Okay, for a quick recap, let's have a quick recap. So, what are the things that we actually used to do without the boilerplate? We used to type the doc type HTML, which specifies the version of the HTML that we are using. Here, HTML5. Then we have HTML tag. Under which everything goes, like everything, head, body, section, everything goes. So under the HTML element we specify the language of what language you're using. Here it's English. Then we have link element to link the style sheet, CSS sheet. Under head usually has three elements. Meta attribute would come next. Then we have what do we say, title element would be in the successive steps. Then we have body element under which everything would go, main element, everything. So here let us start with the language is equal to English. That to do. Okay, still getting it. You may be familiar with meta element already. It is used to specify information about page such as title, description, words, keywords, and author. Okay, so this character set is only supported by most of the browser, as we know. The character set is UTF-8. Okay, that's fine. Let me close this. Okay, continuing with the meta element, viewport element definition tells browser how to render the page, including one better visual accessibility on mobile, improves SEO. Mm-hmm. Yes, we have another meta element here. Um, Viewport. Hmm. Let me check in Google. Meta viewport. Okay, so meta viewport HTML. W3 response of this viewport. So it is a part of responsive web design. The viewport is the user's visible area of web page. The viewport values of the device will be smaller on mobile than computer. Okay, before tablets and web pages were only designed for computer screens. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is not the perfect um, fix, but a quick fix. Okay, cool. Name is equal to viewport. Content is equal to with device with initial scale 1.0. Mm-hmm. Cool. So here we have name as viewport, and then content equals with, which is device with initial scale. Okay, width is equal to device with initial scale. I guess initial scale has the hyphen so that don't collapse. 1.0. Close the stack. Oopsie. Do we? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, it's been some weeks without seeing the grizzly bear. Hmm. Okay, ask me later. Another important meta element for accessibility and search engine optimization is the description definition. The value of the content attribute is used to by search engine to provide a description of your page. Okay, add a meta element again. Okay, cool. Name attribute that is set to description. Okay, that's fine. Content that would be, so what are we, quiz page? That's fine. That's good. Okay, title. Mm, so, oh boy, accessibility. Okay, HTML, CSS, accessibility. Hmm. Wait a minute, guys. Then, okay, let us continue. Navigation is a core part of accessibility. The screen readers rely on you to provide the structure of a page. Okay, so first we have a header element that is followed by a main element. So this header element will include the navigation of the page. Mm-hmm. The header element, okay, there is a lot of things that goes here. Image element, so that has the source. This guy, okay, that should have a ID of logo. So are we going to use ID selector? Okay, every image has an alt free code camp. That's better. So h1 element should contain. Oh, yeah, this thing we have predicted. That's cool. Mm, h1 element, a navigation element. So does this guy has this crazy things? Yeah, this has the closing tag. Okay, a useful property of SVG, scalable vector graphic, is that it contains a path attribute which allows the image to be scaled without affecting the resolution of the resultant image. Okay, that's cool. So it doesn't break the pixels. Currently, the image is assuming its default size, which is too large. CSS has max function which returns the max. Okay. Okay. So no, we are not using the ID. So image. Oh, sorry. Using the ID selector. I have given the ID selector. When did I give these guys? Mm-hmm. So it's hashtag logo. And so what should I give here? The width element. And it's max of what? The above example, the width of the image will be 10 pixels if the viewport is less than 1000 pixels. To sorry, 250 pixels. Viewport is greater than 100. Mm-hmm. Or 18 viewport. So why is 1000 actually specified here? That's a big question. So let us ask. Max function in HTML. Okay, so 10 rem actually means, oh, 1 rem is 16 pixels. Okay, so 1 rem is 16 pixels, so 16 into 10, 160 pixels, or 18% of the viewport, whichever is maximum. That's better. Describe free code. Okay, style guide. The logo should retain as a aspect ratio and have a padding around the text. Okay, so the logo's background color. hmm It's set to this guy right here. So we are setting the background color, which should be visible. Yeah, that's visible here. So you can see the logo. That's better. Aspect ratio. Aspect ratio. Mm-hmm. To 35/4. No changes. I don't see any changes. Okay. Padding of zero point 0.4 rem. So zero point 0.4. So that's okay, for okay, 1664, 6.4 pixels. So 16 into 4, it's 64. Yeah, 6.4 pixels. Okay, let me have this rem guy here. Mhm. Okay, image element has a padding around it. So that's a space, right? So, okay, is that equal to 6.4 pixels? Yeah, yes. Um, okay, zero point 0.4 rem. Make the header element take the full width of its parent container, set its height. Okay, we are not using division element here. So header element height 50 pixels. Okay. Mm, okay, width is 100%. Okay. Uh, and then background color. Okay. So this is the background color here. Mm, so display flex. Okay. Actually forgot what is the flexbox model. What does flex do in CSS? That flexible length on flexible items. Oh, so the flex property is a shortened property for flex grow, shrink, flex basis. Flexible length on flexible items. Okay, default value, no ASC individual property. Mm-hmm. Okay, a number specifying how much the element will grow relative to the. Okay, okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, flex grow and flex shrink makes sense. The length of the item, legal values, auto, inherit, or number. Oh, okay, this is the basis. Okay. Using flex together with media queries to create a different layout for different. Okay, this is actually responsive web design. Okay. So flex container, display flex, flex wrap, flex 50 percentage. 50 percentage. Okay, here we have a uh, flex container, display flex wrap, font size 30 pixels. Okay. Hmm. Okay, actually related to some sort of length. We have 5 minutes video. Let me just watch. Hmm.
Hey, in this lecture, you're going to learn about the flex property, which allows you to set the width of the items according to the width of the entire container, meaning
Okay.
that they will become responsive. That's unlike our current items, which stay the same regardless of the width of the container. So, if we want all of these items to stretch across the entire container and grow and shrink with it, we'll simply target the items with .container. Select all the direct children, which also are divs, and then give them a flex property of 1. And as you can see, they now take up an equal amount of space, a third each, and they grow and shrink with the size of the container. Now, there's a little bit of magic here, as flex is actually a shorthand for 3 other properties. They are flex grow, flex shrink, and flex basis. However, I don't want to dwell about this now, because I think there are other parts of Flexbox that are more important to learn before you jump into understanding these 3. So we'll start by using Flex the easy way, and then in a later screencast, I'll explain these 3 in depth. But for now, I'll just keep them here to remind you that this is a shorthand. Now, setting Flex to 1 is much better than the old way of doing it, where you'd probably set the width to a percentage, like this example. Still works. However, now you have to change this number whenever you wanted to add a new item in the
Yeah.
container. Whereas
Okay.
with Flex, you can simply add as many items as you want, and Flexbox will take care of doing the maths for you and making all of them responsive. So let's actually try that out. We'll turn on the Flex again, and let's simply add a 4th item here. We'll call it profile. Let's run the code. And as you can see, Flex automatically allocates space for all of the items according to how we've specified it here. Now each of them take up 25% of the width, and they grow and shrink with the container. We can also target specific items. Let's say that, for example, we want the search item here to be twice as wide as the rest of the items. Then we'll simply do container search and set flex to 2. And as you can see, it's now
Okay.
twice as wide as the 3 other items. The reason I'm specifying container and then the child of that container, which I have the class of search, is because doing just .search wouldn't work, as this selector here is more specific than this one. And that's how CSS works. If this one is more specific, given that it has both a class name and tag name, its styling will be prioritized above the less specific styling added here, as that's only using just
Okay.
class name. So let's use both .container and the child of the container as the class of search. So that was just a little digression about CSS selectors. So while this example here is nice for learning, I can say that I very often use this way of creating layouts where all of the items are 1 and then some of them are 2 or 3 or whatever. What I've found to be a more realistic use case is to have one of the items doing all the flexing while the others stay at a fixed width. And we can achieve that by simply removing the flex 1 on all the items except the search. Now, as you can see, the home, logout, and profile have a fixed width, while the search item is growing and shrinking with the width of the container. And now we can also remove the specification here and just use .search. Okay, now I want to give you a little task. And before that, I'm going to remove this profile item so that we only have 3. Now, as you can see, the search in the middle does all the flexing, while the home and logout are fixed with. What I want you to do now is to make this layout do the exact opposite, meaning that the search item will have a fixed width, while the home and the logout will grow as.
Okay, now I have an idea of what is flex. So now we are gonna make elements take width. Sorry, the length of the elements. We are gonna how do I say? So basically, flex is flexible length. So now we are gonna make the elements bigger or smaller according to our wish, according to how the browser changes. Basically, so change the H1 font color. Okay, H1 font color. Oh, font color is just color, right? So minimum, so the font size is minimum of 5 viewport 1.2 em. So this is a relative size, right? Em. Okay, 5 em css. Okay, 2 em means 2 times the current font value. Okay. To enable navigation, add an unordered list. Okay. Okay, how do I unordered list UL, right? If I get this right, that's good. Um, three following. Okay. So the following list. Okay. Is it what are the elements list or what? Li, I guess. Info, and these should be wrapped in anchor tags. Okay. Do I see them? Okay, that's better. I was able to do the unordered list. Order list OL, so list of items. Okay, at least I remember some things. The child selector. Okay, this is what the that YouTuber was saying. The child combinator selector is used between selectors to target only element that matches the second child or the direct child of the first selector. We have deeply nested and want to control the scope of the styling. Okay, use the to target the unordered list within the nav element. There is a nav element. Okay, and then this guy I under list. So this guy dot evil or what? No dot evil I guess. So here do we have a dot? What? I was just no dot. Okay, let me see. Display flex, but is that working? Nope. Here something is missing. That is now okay. This guy doesn't. Okay, that is not visible. Justify content space evenly. Yeah. Justify content space evenly. Okay, let me just see what is justify content. Mm-hmm. Okay. So justify content property. Okay, let me share this page. Content property arrange the flexible container items when the items do not use all the available space. So there is a box, let us say. So it doesn't use the full maximum length of the box. So if you use justify content, it uses the maximum width of the box. So let us say how to align items. Okay. So flex start, okay, center items are positioned in the center of the container, items are positioned at the end of the container, start of the container, space between have space between them, space around space evenly. Okay, that's fine. This is what we are using. So coming to main. So as this is a quiz, okay, this part is the best part. Form. Create a section element and then make a form to submit. Okay, bro, there is a section. I remember some things of the form element actually. The thing is, there is an element called form action, maybe equal to post, sort of thing, href. So, um, man, I just forget how to create a form here. Okay, this yeah, nested between the main element. Oh, sorry, form with section element. Okay. Method is equal to post. Action is okay. Method is equal to post. Okay. Method is equal to post. Action is equal to this guy. I suppose. And if I have a slash form, uh, oopsie, there is no search element. There is no closing form element. Yeah, this is a void tag, right? Let me do the section elements then. Yeah, that's fine. Method is equal to post. Action is equal to the same thing. Okay, action contains the link. Method is what actually posting the. Okay, what is method? Let me go and what is the various method various methods in form css. Okay, again we got a w3 schools. So here the look of an HTML form can greatly improve the CSS styling, input feed with 100%. Okay, input type text padding. Okay, that's fine. Oh, so actually it came for the form element. Um, but there is some. Oh boy, it actually doesn't say how to. How to send the form data is sent to page specified in the attribute. The form data can be sent as URL variables with method get or as an HTTP post with method post. Okay, what is this actually? Hmm. The method attribute specify how to send form data. The form data is sent to page specified in the action attribute. The form data can be sent as a URL variable get post. Yeah, in get there is something URL limit is 3000. Now you get to send the sensitive data will be visible in URL. Like query strings in Google. There's no size data is not shown. Okay, let us continue this. To increase the accessibility, the role attribute can be used to indicate the purpose behind an elements on the page to assistive technology. The role attribute is part of web accessibility initiative that give region role. What is that region role? Shit. First section element. The region. What is region rule, man? Okay, it's time for some. Um, where is that? Okay, time for some. Uh, ding ding ding. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, here we have. Where is the section on? Oh, role is equal to region. Okay. Dun, dun. Here we go. Oh shit. Oh, actually, we have done. Oh, that's why it's showing 15. Same. Okay, okay. Role is equal to region. There is a blender here. I don't know what is role, what is region here. Dun, dun, dun. That's fine. Every region role requires a label which helps screen readers to understand the purpose of the regions. One method for adding a label is to add a heading element inside the region and then reference of the area labeled by. Okay, what is area labeled by? Mm, okay. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. So then each, okay, has two element with an ID. Student info. Text context. Oh shit. No, should I do that too? Or is a what context should I give here? Yeah, same student info HTML questions. mm, CSS questions. Mm-hmm. Is that fine? Yeah. So, uh, Arsha. Okay. Change the font for both H1 and H2 element too. Okay. So H1 and H2 element as font family. Verdana. See Verdana here. And you have border, also the border bottom of 4 pixel solid. Okay, this is specially for okay experiments. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh shit, what is The second value of the okay, okay. So the safe wave Tahoma. Tahoma, what is that? I don't know. Safe fallback font. Oh, oh. Within the page, give each anchor element. First two elements. So I should give a href, which is ID of h2 elements. So how do we make this as a link or what? Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Mhm. Hashtag student info. Okay, is that important actually? Okay, filling out the content of the quiz below the student info. Add a three division element with class of info. Okay, so now we are getting more. Div slash div class is equal to. Mhm. One label element and one input element. Mm, that's fine. Order to link each element corresponding to label element displayed assistive technology uses with visual reference to the input, then by giving label for attribute which contains the ID of the input. Okay, so what's actually here? So it's important to link each of input to the corresponding label element. This provides a label a for attribute, ID of the input. The section will contain student's name. Okay. So now we are linking that is used by for attribute. The first contains name, so obviously it's name. So here we should give ID is equal to name. Okay, here label again for it's a email. Oopsie. So got a battery, got to save it. Yeah. Get it. Text content. Oh, so name, email, you say anything, dear B, things would be auto corrected next. Okay. Keeping in mind best practice for the formal, give each input an appropriate type and name attribute, then give first input a placeholder attribute. Okay. So input here type is equal to text, right? Okay. Oopsie. Type is equal to text, and then name is equal to student name. That's not a big deal. Placeholder. Holder. Let it be example. Okay, John. John. Oh, okay. Placeholder doesn't give that. Placeholder gives it. So input is type is equal to email. Name is equal to email. Date of birth. So what is the type should I give for the date of birth? Day. Okay, date. Okay, date. Cool. That's fine. Name is equal to DOB. That's fine. Even though we added a placeholder to first input element in the previous lesson, this is actually not a best practice for accessibility. Too often users confuse the placeholder text with the actual input value. They think there is already a value in the input. Remove the placeholder text from the first input element, delaying the label best practice. So yeah, I just so they may think this is already filled. Okay, that's a good step. Then okay, add two division element with the class of question block. Mhm. Okay, add two division with the class of question block. Question block. Question block. Oh shit. Okay, continue. See. And add another HTML with the text of HTML to school. Incrementing numbers are. So should I give the number? Okay, there's. Oh, okay, okay. So I should nest this. So I should nest. Why? This guy is done. This guy is also done. That's it. So, okay, we got the grizzly bear. So the CSS part is still left. That is gonna be a nightmare for me. Cause since we are learning it, the HTML part is like you see it, just text and stuff. So not more things to worry about. But in the CSS part, it's a lot of things to worry about. So now we got the grizzly bear. Move. Uh, span element class is equal to SR only means. Oopsie, it's the first edge. Okay, there is like I need to add within the. Okay, Rosie, got it. Spain, Spain, Spain. I don't know what to do. Within the add a question, same right? Text question. Okay, that's better. Again, question. Uh, so, what is this visually? What is the span? What are we doing actually here? Oh, what is the screen reader? Where is the SR pattern is visible? I don't know. Where are we? Going over. Okay, I would actually stop here. We will continue tomorrow, guys. So that's it for today. So we have so for a quick summary, we are building a quiz page. The page looks horrible now since no part of CSS is done. Actually, only a little part is done. So after aligning these guys, after doing some width here maybe, and lot of things should be there in the HTML thing. So actually, so there are some 68 steps. We are only 25 steps, not even halfway, just the 30% or 35%. So then we need to build a tribute page. Oh wow, okay, that should function similar to this guy. Oh, okay. This is cool. There is a okay. There is actually a whole division element or a total body element or whatever. There is a title. So Doctor Dot now and some good text. We have paragraph element. Obviously, there is a padding here. I guess here bit of a padding. There's a big image element. How did they insert here? There is a box. So this box is actually, so this is given as auto. The width is for the right and left side. Margin and top. There is some 5 pixels maybe. And if you, this is paragraph part. Okay, that makes sense. Paragraph also has the same styling. So these must contain comes under a single division element maybe. Here's the timeline. Okay, cool. Centered. Okay, there we go. If we inspect these guy, yeah. Quick caption. Oh, this is a caption of the figure. Oh, I completely forgot it. Image ID is equal to image. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, we only get the HTML part. Oh, margin 15 pixels, 0 pixel, 5 pixels. Okay, there is something that is going on there. Okay, guys. So that's something that I wanted to share. Okay, let's meet again tomorrow. Bye.